out here trying to see Uncle Walt's band music with Warren Hood, who's Champ Hood's son, Marshal Hood, who's his cousin, and we got Jimbo Walsh on drums today, Tommy Goldsmith on guitar, and next up we're heading to High Noon for a gig with the boys. I gotta get changed into my gear, but after that we'll be heading to High Noon. That's where our next gig is. And I'll be getting to play with Marshal Hood, the legendary guitar player who's playing up here right now.
To Nashville like within the next year, and so we were living here. I was playing with Steve, her uncle, in Nashville, and went out one night to a bar in West End, which I think was called Our Place, and looked over and I said, "Jesus, that's what I had chicken foot," which is how I knew them at that time. And sure enough, I went up and talked to him. It was they, and we, all of us, including Ball, the three of them and her uncle and I, became like a pack in a way, like a wolf pack.
Because you're in a foreign city, all of you.
Yeah,
and you're all Carolina boys, but just a different kind of Carolina.
But we would get together, and I've told the story before, we'd get together, like they sometimes would get I think they even lived there a few times, they would get a motel room on West End, and we'd go in there and sit on the two beds and hear everybody's new song, and it was a mind-blowing.
All the way from Benton, Louisiana, Miss Marshal Ball.
Marshal Ball.
Every heart that just can't fall to them apart when raindrops fall. Why did the friend once seem so strong?
Here, don't you think I feel it too, or whatever reason, or there's some wild songs of Walter, Come Into My Chamber. Was a good one. And then Ronka would have Snow Me Under, and I'd have whatever song I had just finished, and it was intimidating. I don't know if that's the right word. It was kind of revivifying. It like got you energetic and.
Words were gentle and love was near.
We got some guys coming from Spartanburg to play. Would you give up your night?
Yeah.
What is that? No one's ever known anything. I mean, I knew their name, but
yeah.
So it was sort of a joke. But then they came in like, Jesus Christ! They had two little Gibson LGOs. Mahogany face guitars. I don't know. I never asked them why they had two just the same, but. Here they were. Walter kind of looked like somebody out of the folk revival before the Kingston Trio, like Oscar Brand or somebody. He had a Van Dyke beard. And Champ was like, he was 18, I guess, or 17. Just incredibly gorgeous as he remained all his life, all that blonde hair.
Yeah.
Great guitar playing. great singing. They didn't have that many original songs at the time, but they were heading that way. And the mistake they made in Chapel Hill was thinking that we all still love James Taylor. You know, James Taylor, just spare me. But anyway, we met, and they came back another time with Ball in the band.
Right.
And maybe a piano player, maybe
Walter and Chant and Steve Runkle. So when you had a new song, it was like, it's just going to be good enough, you know. And I played this one day at rehearsal at my little rented farmhouse in Brentwood, Tennessee. And I said, I'm not sure if this is really finished. They're like, dude, this is good. Let's do this. So there's also one that Walter and crew played live, I think. It's called Rain Like It to the Carolinas, and then Walter recorded it. Right, he recorded kind of a jazzy version, but I'm sticking with a morose version. So it's pleasurable, but in a kind of a morose way. I think I felt that way a lot in Austin. So anyway, here it goes. Rain likely through.
Because Champs met, as long as I knew him, which was a long time, if somebody had a new song, he would just riff and play and play and play and play. He'd have like 10 different approaches to the song until he hit something he really liked. And some of those really adventurous, different sounding parts with the Contenders or Uncle Walsh band, that's how he did it. You know, it's like writing a poem in 12 drafts. But Runkle didn't like that. He didn't want to hear somebody just kind of futzing around on his song. And he almost always threw the most minimal arrangement that you could do. It's like, damn, Runkle, you know, let's play some fills or something.
Real complex arrangements.
Well, his songs were complex in themselves. I mean, some of them, I don't know if you listen to Lack of Love or Silver Cup, and he kept on writing songs for the band. We had in the Contenders, and everybody was writing songs.
When you see me through a stranger's eyes, when there's something going on.
They wrote, those guys were all writers. They wrote a ton of songs. I was the drummer.
Yeah.
And we made a record or two, and they re-released one of the records. And so this was kind of a tribute to the guys who are no longer with us.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love playing the song. Crossover from the Waltz Band. And
I heard.
A lot of the songs that the Waltz Band did were written during the Contenders.
Really?
And Walter. And plus Steve Runkle, they did Snow and Meander. Tommy, Rain Likely to the Carolinas, Holiday Girls. So I love all these songs. I mean, these guys were, I'm 73, I've played with a lot of writers. And some really good ones. Nobody better than these guys.
Yeah.
The songs were, the magic is that they sound simple. Well, trying to write
Hey, Steve Clark.
I own the Waterloo Ice Houses, and my primary band was Uncle Walt's band.
Oh, I go to Waterloo all the time.
So my first granddaughter's middle name is Champs, after Champs.
Really?
And everybody, Marshal's middle name, Warren's middle name is the Champs. Everybody Warren, Marshal's dad, Robin, and Champ was Cheryl the Champs. So I named my daughter after that. And these guys are a big part of my life starting in 77. And David played my wedding. Warren played the rehearsal for my son's wedding. Warren's band, South Austin Jug Band, played my daughter's wedding. Warren was off in Berkeley going to school.
I love that band.
And so these are my family.
Heidi Hyatt, Walter's wife. And right here I have Walter Hyatt, Some Unfinished Business, Volume 2. And this I made from the recordings that Walter had done in the preparation for making another record before he died. And he went around to a couple of friends' studios and on their recording equipment worked on some new songs that he had never released. And it was a guitar vocal, so he's sitting there with one guy listening to it playing guitar vocals. And then after he died, this material came to me, and I met with a producer, and we worked on all these tracks to add all the musicians to make it the full music, you know. This is Uncle Walt's band at the Paramount Paramount Theater that was done 1980. So it's a live performance and they played at the Paramount and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So we have this one called Fall Through to You. He made an EP back then and we're trying to re-release the EP.
Wow.
Fall Through to You. And David Ball did a bunch of recordings of Walter's songs when he died. So, and we may be releasing David Ball Sings Walter Hyatt. So,
Oh, wow.
We just, more things just to make sure the music keeps getting out there. And it's so beautiful here in Austin that young and old know the music and sing along and enjoy it like you.
All the
Things I
time.
didn't know about exactly, and now he's out with Lyle. Lyle's been so good about always promoting and helping with Walter's music. It's just beautiful that it still lives on. Music will live on, whereas maybe the person can't be here. But what he did with the gift, is like people that still love to look at paintings on the wall. That someone who's not here and listen to music, songs are like that.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, Heidi. All right, well, that's Heidi Hyatt. She's the wife of Walter, and she's preserving the music. She's out here doing her best work all the time, and people like you are so important. If any of us were to pass away and find someone like you, carrying on this tradition, I think we'd all be very appreciative. And I am very appreciative that you're doing this. So thank you. Good to meet you.
You bet. Thank you.
People seem to like it.
I agree.